Welcome to Can Do Japanese by JapanesePod101.com.
皆さんこんにちは、加納かなです。Hi everyone, I'm Kana Kano. In this lesson, you will learn how to use parting greetings.
This is Karen Lee, and she's talking with her former homestay mother, Miki Mori. As Karen says goodbye, her children join her in saying goodnight. Focus on the way each person says goodbye.
じゃ、また。
おやすみなさい。
おやすみなさい。
またね。おやすみ。
Once more with the English translation.
じゃ、また。
See you.
おやすみなさい。
Good night.
おやすみなさい。
Good night.
またね。おやすみ。
See you later. Good night.
Let's take a closer look at each of these expressions.
First, do you remember how Karen says, see you?
じゃ、また。
This starts with the interjection,
じゃあ、
translating as, well, in this context.
じゃあ、じゃあ。
It's similar to the word well in English, when it's used to express a pause in conversation or thought. The second part is,
また、
again.
また、また。
Altogether,
じゃあ、また。
literally means, well, again. But it translates as, see you.
じゃ、また。
This phrase is an abbreviated form of,
じゃあ、また会いましょう。
well, let's meet again.
じゃあ、また会いましょう。会いましょう。
Let's meet
会いましょう。会いましょう。
is omitted from this expression, but it's understood.
会いましょう。
Is from the verb,
会う。
meaning to meet.
会う。
The expression
じゃあ、また。
is fairly informal, which indicates a very close relationship between Karen and her host mother. Otherwise, Karen would use a more formal alternative. After this, do you remember how Sasha says, good night?
おやすみなさい。
おやすみなさい。
Is a set phrase meaning good night.
おやすみなさい。
The first part is
お、
an honorific prefix.
お。
It's used to show politeness. Next is
休み。
rest.
や、す、み。休み。
It's from the verb
休む。
meaning to rest.
休む。
The last part is
なさい。
meaning please do.
な、さ、い。なさい。
Together
休みなさい。
is a command meaning take a rest.
休みなさい。
Altogether
おやすみなさい。
literally means please have a good rest, but it translates as good night.
おやすみなさい。
Both Sasha and Ben use this polite expression when saying good night to Mikimori. Note, there is an informal form of
おやすみなさい。おやすみ。
good night.
おやすみ。
Mikimori uses this to say goodbye to everyone.
おやすみ。
She's the oldest person in the conversation, so she has a lot of freedom to use informal language. Do you remember how Mikimori says, "See you later, good night"?
またね。おやすみ。
First is,
またね。
"See you later."
またね。またね。
There are two parts to this expression. First is,
また。
meaning again.
また。
Next is,
ね。
a sentence-ending particle used to seek confirmation about something or build a consensus. Here it means something like, right?
ね。
Together
またね。
means something like, again, right? But it translates as, see you later,
またね。またね。
is an abbreviated form of,
また会いましょうね。
let's meet again, right?
また会いましょうね。
Next is,
おやすみ。
good night.
おやすみ。
The informal form of,
おやすみなさい。
good night.
おやすみなさい。
Altogether,
またね。おやすみ。
see you later, good night.
またね。おやすみ。
You may be familiar with the expression さよなら farewell さよなら It's really common to hear it in foreign movies or dramas that involve Japan or Japanese people. Despite this, it's not so frequently used in daily life. There is another parting expression you may have come in contact with. Bye-bye. 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 Borrowed from the English language, it's an informal expression which is basically used between kids and young people or when you talk to kids. The parting expression you choose will depend on many factors, such as your relationship with the person or people you're talking with. Let's look at the parting greetings once more. Listen and repeat or speak along with me. じゃあまた。じゃあまた。おやすみなさい。おやすみなさい。またね。またね。おやすみ。おやすみ。またね、おやすみ。またね、おやすみ。じゃあね。じゃあね。Did you notice the last parting greeting I used? じゃあね。じゃあね。
See you.
じゃあね。
The expression
じゃあね。
is commonly used in informal situations. It's an abbreviated form of,
じゃあ、またね。
where the
また。
is omitted.
じゃあね。
Pronunciation note. Notice the extended pronunciation of the vowel at the end of.
じゃあ。
Listen again.
じゃあ。
This is a long vowel. You should be aware of this expression, but for this lesson, you'll use
じゃあ、また。Let's review. Respond to the prompts by speaking aloud. Then repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Ready? Do you remember how Karen says, "See you"? じゃあまた。じゃあまた。When using polite Japanese, do you remember how to say good night? おやすみなさい。おやすみなさい。And the informal way to say good night. おやすみ。おやすみ。Do you remember how Mickey Mori says, "See you later"? またね。またね。Do you remember how Mickey Mori says, "See you later, good night"? またね、おやすみ。またね、おやすみ。
Let's practice. Imagine you're Mark Lee, and you're talking with Miki Mori. Respond by saying, good night, using polite Japanese. Ready?
またね。おやすみ。
おやすみなさい。
Listen again and repeat.
おやすみなさい。おやすみなさい。
Let's try another. Imagine you're Sasha, and you're finishing class. Respond to your friend by saying, see you later. Ready?
じゃ、また。またね。
Listen again and repeat.
またね。またね。
Let's try one more. Imagine you're Ben, and you're talking with your friend Hana. Respond by saying, good night, using informal Japanese. Ready?
おやすみ。
おやすみ。
Listen again and repeat.
おやすみ。おやすみ。
This is the end of this lesson.
Remember, these can-do lessons are about learning practical language skills. Each lesson brings you closer to natural, fluent Japanese. Want to learn to speak even more Japanese the fast, fun, and easy way? Then sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description, sign up in seconds, access hundreds of audio and video lessons, and start speaking like a native speaker.
Now you know how to use basic parting greetings in Japanese. That's all there is to it. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.